back, everybody, to another episode of Max Baseball. It is Max, and today we are doing my favorite player on every AL West team. I'm so excited for this video. I already filmed one, or not filmed, but put one together, and I realized that my microphone wasn't working, so I had to switch headsets. But yeah, let's get into it. It's gonna be a great vid. Stick around till the end for our shout outs. Yeah, let's get into it. So my favorite player on the Houston Astros is going to be a former Cleveland Indian, Michael Brantley. And obviously, he did play from 2009 to 2018 for the Tribe. So basically, 8-9 years. So yeah, he had a great career with the Indians, but now he is on the Astros. Last year was his first year with the Astros. And he's a 4-time All-Star. And he was in it in Minneapolis. And then also in Miami, when it was in D.C. and in Cleveland last year. So he's been a 4-time All-Star, 2014, 2017, 2018, 2019. And he also won a Silver Slugger back in 2014. So he has been one of the premier outfielders. He's kind of a sleeper pick, but he's been very underrated. A very good outfielder, though. He's very great defensively. But some offensive stats, he has a .297 career average. In comparison, Mike Trout has a .305 career average. But he has a .297 career average, 108 career home runs, so he's not the biggest power hitter. But he also does have 618 career RBIs, so that's a decent number for a guy that's been pretty efficient in his career, pretty average, above average. So Michael Brantley, my favorite player on the Houston Astros. My favorite player on the LA Angels of Anaheim is going to be Mike Trout. And I know you're going to be like, well, Max, Mike Trout's the obvious choice. Yeah, okay, so what? It's going to be Mike Trout, and that's who I pick. Mike Trout's been the best player in baseball since 2012. There's no denying that. And he's been a fan favorite since 2012. There's no denying that. So Mike Trout's going to be my favorite player on the Angels. I don't care. Listen to the stat line. 8-time All-Star, All-MVP, All-MLB first time, 3-time MVP, AL Rookie of the Year in 2012, 7-time Silver Slugger winner, 2-time Hank Aaron Award winner. He led the AL in RBIs back in 2014. He led the AL in stolen bases in 2012. He was in the 30 for 30 club back in 2012, and he hit for the cycle on May 21st, 2013. Mike Trout has been the best player in baseball since 2012. I don't care. That's just that's just how it is. And get this. The Angels signed Mike Trout using a compensation pick from the New York Yankees for signing Mark Teixeira. Imagine Mike Trout on the New York Yankees. And they selected him 25th overall. Get this, he was actually the only player to show up for that draft in Secaucus, New Jersey. This kid's from Millville, so obviously Millville, New Jersey, Secaucus, New Jersey, both in New Jersey, and New Jersey isn't that big of a state, so obviously he probably could have gotten there, within a couple hours. He was committed to play at East Carolina University prior to the 2009 draft, but obviously he chose this. You know that. I mean, it's Mike Trout. What can I say? He has a .305 career average. You saw Michael Brantley with a .298 career average, which is comparable to Mike Trout. That's crazy. But .305 career average, 1,324 hits. Sadly, it's not 1,234 hits. That'd be funny. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's not 1,324 hits. 285 career home runs. So he is kind of a power bat. I mean, it's Mike Trout, so best player in baseball. He's a 5-tool player. 752 career RBIs and 200 career stolen bases. So obviously, he's fast. He can field. He has power. He can hit for average. He's a 5-tool player. And Mike Trout, obviously, one of the best players to ever play the game. One of the best players ever. He's been compared to Mickey Mantle. In my opinion, he's better than Mickey Mantle. And he's only 28. If you play till if you play till you're 35, that means he has 7 more years of his career. He'll probably play till he's 40. You know what? That's 12 more years. Probably 5 to 7 solid more years. We could be seeing Mike Trout, if he's a superstar and he still is able to compete, we might be seeing him till he's 45. You never know. It's Mike Trout. He's obviously going to be one of the best players in the game for a long, long time. And, I'm rooting for him. Mike Trout, my favorite player on the LA Angels. So my favorite player on the Oakland Athletics, or the A's, whatever you want to call it, is going to be Jesus Luzardo. Now, obviously, he doesn't have that much playing time yet for the A's, but he has been so great in the minors, and he was one of their top prospects. He's from Peru, even though he does identify as a Venezuelan. But he did move to Florida when he was 1. So he's basically lived in the United States for as long as he can remember. Jesus Luzardo, he was traded. He was drafted in 2016 by the Nats in Nationals. Some of you guys might not know that. But he was traded. Him, Sheldon Neuse, and Blake Trinan were traded to the A's for Sean Doolittle and Ryan Madsen. Now, I know we're supposed to be talking about Jesus Luzardo, but Sean Doolittle, his social media name is Obi-Sean Kenobi. You know that guy's going to be a good pitcher when his Twitter handle is Obi-Sean Kenobi. That's probably my favorite nickname in baseball, just because it's Star Wars themed. And I'm not a big Star Wars person, but still a great nickname. But also, he's only 22, so he is so young he can still shine. Even though he has a 0-0 win-loss record, he's probably going to be a starter this year for the A's, and he has a 1.50 career ERA and a 16 career strikeouts, so not bad. He made his debut on September 11th, 2019, so obviously he hasn't played for that long. But little thing to watch out for, he did tear his ulnar collateral ligament on his pitching arm, so he did have to get Tommy John. So we might see some arm problems later in his career, but obviously right now one of the top guys to look out for in the A's pitching staff, and Jesus Luzardo, my favorite player on the Oakland Athletics. So my favorite player on the Seattle Mariners is going to be Mitch Haniger. Now, before I start talking about Mitch Haniger, in this picture, the jerseys that they are wearing, the baby blue ones for spring training, they need to add these as an alternate because they are the best Mariners jerseys of all time. I don't care. They're my favorite. I love baby blue, so, they look great with the Mariners colors. Like that hat, though, too, like with the M, the gold, oh my God. Mariners need to add those colors. But Mitch Haniger, my favorite player on the Mariners, he was an all-star back in 2018. He did make his debut, though, for the Arizona Diamondbacks, on August 16th, 2016. So, obviously, he was I'm assuming he was traded. They traded, in 2016, the Diamondbacks traded Mitch Haniger, Gene Segura, and Zach Curtis to the Mariners for Taijuan Walker and Ketel Marte. So, in my opinion, even though Mitch Haniger is good, the Diamondbacks won that trade because they got Ketel Marte. Man, that guy's good. He was actually drafted by the Brewers at the end of the first round in 2012. But the Brewers traded him and Anthony Banda to the Diamondbacks for Gerardo Parra. So he's been traded twice in his career. He's had a great career, though, with the Mariners. Career average of 267, 62 career home runs, and 189 career RBIs. Try to mix RBI and 189. But, yeah, not a bad career so far. He was an all-star. I think I already said that in 2018. But Mitch Haniger, my favorite player on the Seattle Mariners. So my favorite player on the Texas Rangers is going to be Joey Gallo. Now, this guy is just insane. Can't ask for a better power hitter. Yes, he strikes out a ton. Do I like that? No. Even though I'm not a Rangers fan, I don't watch that much AL West baseball, as you can tell. But, Joey Gallo, he's everybody's favorite. If you don't like Joey Gallo, you don't like baseball. I don't know why I said that, but he made his debut back in 2015 on June 2nd, 2015. for the Rangers. So he has stayed with the Rangers his whole career, and he was an All-Star last year in 2019, his first All-Star year, I guess you could say. But dude, his average is horrible throughout his career. He's a career .212 average, but career 110 home runs. Not bad for a big power hitter. 236 career RBIs. So obviously he was, so good. I mean, he was drafted by the Rangers in 2012 with the 39th overall selection. So, I mean, Joey Gallo, still my favorite player in the Rangers. Should be yours too. He's the final player in today's video. So, yeah. Joey Gallo, my favorite player on the Texas Rangers. Huge shout outs to Macer198 and Marcelo Molina for commenting. Obviously, I don't think they knew about the shout out thing, but shout out to Macer198. Go check out his channel. And Marcelo Molina, thank you for the support. Thank you for commenting. Obviously, this is from the giveaway, or not giveaway, but the shout out from last, like my AL Central video that I promised. Macer198 also commented on that video, so thank you, Macer198. Obviously, he is a featured channel here at Max Baseball, and go check it out for some supreme Minecraft content. But yeah, shout out to Macer198 and Marcelo Molina for commenting. If you want to win a shout out, comment down below. Whatever you want, support, encouragement, whatever you want to comment, I don't care. I'll shout you out in the next video. So yeah, hopefully you get a shout out. If you don't, that's okay too. I'll probably eventually shout you out. So yeah, shout out to them. If you want to win a shout out, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and comment down below. Anything. I'll shout you out for anything. So yeah, thank you for watching this episode of Max Baseball, and I'll see you next time.